Good morning, students. I hope you are all well. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, quadrilaterals. Up till now, we have discussed all the properties regarding quadrilaterals, parallelogram, squares, rhombus, rectangle. We have also discussed a little bit about kite as well as trapezium. Okay. After that, we have completed all the theorems. Theorem number 8.1 to theorem number 8.7, actually 8.8. And after that, we have started with the examples. We have completed example number 1 and example number 2. And we are going to start with example number 3. Okay. Once again, I will draw the figure for this example and then we will see how to do this. Example number 3 is ABC is an isosceles triangle. So first of all, we have an isosceles triangle ABC. This here will be isosceles triangle ABC. Let me name it ABC. Here length AB and AC are equal. Okay. AD bisects exterior angle PAC. PAC. This line BA is extended like that, and there is a point P over here. So it is saying AD bisects exterior angle PAC. So this is exterior angle PAC, and a line AD is bisecting it. Okay. And CD is parallel to AB. Length CD and AB are parallel like this. So this point will be D. Okay, this angle and this angle are both given equal to each other because AD is bisector of angle PAC. That means angle PAD and angle DAC are both equal and both are half of exterior angle PAC. Okay, so in this we have to prove first of all that angle DAC and angle BCA are both equal. Angle DAC, that is this angle, and angle BCA are both equal. Okay, first of all we need to prove that, and after that we have to prove that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so first of all we will mention what is given to us. Given to us is triangle ABC is isosceles. Triangle ABC is isosceles with AB length and AC length are both being equal. Secondly, AD bisects angle PAC. Okay, and also we have a line CD that is parallel to AB. Now, what do we need to prove? We need to prove that first of all angle DAC and angle BCA are both equal. Secondly, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So we'll start with the proof. Okay, first of all, as you might be able to observe here, let me draw another diagram so that you can easily understand. See, first of all, we have to prove that angle DAC, this is this angle, and angle BCA. BCA is this angle. 1 minute. BCA is this angle. First of all, we have to prove that in this diagram, these two angles are equal. Okay. If you can observe clearly, you can see that both of these are pair of alternate interior angles. If somehow we can prove that line AD and line BC are parallel to each other, so in that manner we can say that since alternate interior lines are parallel to each other, therefore alternate interior angles are equal. Conversely, we can also try to prove that first of all these two angles are equal, and secondly we will prove that since the pair of alternate interior angles are equal, that must mean that line AD and BC will be parallel. So we will go with the second approach here. We cannot directly prove that these two angles are equal. So what we are going, these two lines are parallel. So what we are going to do is, first of all, we are going to try to prove that these two angles are equal. And after that, I will say that both the lines are parallel. Okay, reason being if the alternate interior angles between two lines are equal, then that means both the remaining lines should be parallel. Okay, so we will start with this. In this, we will also use a property that was used in previous chapter triangles, that was exterior angle property. Let me remind it to you that for a triangle, the value of exterior angle x is equal to the sum of opposite interior angle. X is equals to y plus z. Okay, the value of exterior angle for a triangle is equals to the sum of two opposite interior angles. So we are going to use exterior angle property for this triangle. So we will start with, in triangle ABC, okay, in triangle ABC, by exterior angle theorem, or you can say exterior angle property. By exterior angle theorem, angle PAC is the exterior angle for this triangle. Okay, let me draw the figure once again so that you can understand it clearly. This point is P, this point is A, this point is C, this point is B. I am talking about PAC. This is angle PAC. Opposite angles will be angle B and angle C, is equals to angle B plus angle C. Okay, or we can name them fully. This will be angle ABC and another one will be angle BCA. Now, you can see that we are given that length AB and BC are equal. Lengths AB and BC are equal. It is an isosceles triangle, and we know one more property of an isosceles triangle. Angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. So equal sides of a triangle are AC and AB. Therefore, angle opposite to AC, that is angle B, and angle opposite to AB, that is angle C, should also be equal. Since AB is equals to AC, and we know that angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. So angle ABC is equals to angle BCA, and I let that both are equal to x. In that manner, value of angle PAC will become x plus x, that is 2x. Okay, no problems till now. Taking this a bit further, If you observe in the diagram carefully, what you will see that there is a bisector of angle PAC. We have AD is as a bisector of angle PAC. So we'll write since AD is bisector of angle PAC, that means angle DAC. I'm talking about this angle. Angle DAC. What is angle DAC? Should be half of angle PAC. Okay. Or you can write it down as or angle PAC is equals to twice of angle DAC. Okay. So by comparing these two equations, here we have value of angle PAC as 2x and here we have value of angle PAC as twice of angle DAC. Since the value of angle PAC is constant throughout, that must mean twice of angle DAC should be equal to 2x or angle DAC should be equal to x, and what we have let the x was angle BCA, or angle DAC is equals to angle BCA. Let us once again focus on the diagram. What we have proved? We have proved that angle DAC, it is this angle, and angle BCA, this one. These two angles are equal. That was the first proof that was required of us. Okay, angle DAC, angle BCA are equal. Okay, using this, I will say that since alternate interior angles are equal, so since alternate interior angles are equal, so AD line is also parallel to BC. Also, we have a CD line parallel to AB, which is given to us. So, in quadrilateral, ABCD, since both pair of opposite lines are parallel, lines are parallel, so ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So first of all, we have proved that alternate interior angles are equal. Since alternate interior angles are equal, thereby the lines making these angles should also be parallel. And we have another pair of line given as parallel by using both of these, since both set of lines are parallel for this quadrilateral. So this quadrilateral must be a parallelogram. We have used the definition of parallelogram to solve this question. Okay, as well as the theorems that we learned in previous chapter. Next is question number 4. It is quite important question. Question based like this have come again and again in various sort of books. You can see the same type of questions in R.S. Agarwal, R.D. Sharma, or another book that you might refer. Okay. Let's see the question. Two parallel lines L and M are intersected by transversal P. Okay, let me make the diagram for you once again. This is the diagram and you know it, it is the correct diagram, but let me make the diagram for you so that you can understand what is happening here. There are two parallel lines. This is the first line, let us name it L, and this is the second line, let us name it M. There are two parallel lines, this is L and another one is M, okay, are intersected by a transversal P. Both of these lines are intersected by a transversal P. This is transversal P. Okay. Show that the quadrilateral formed by bisectors of interior angles. Okay. Once again, we have discussed this already in chapter lines and angles. There are eight types of total angle in when we consider a set of parallel lines. Set of parallel lines means two parallel lines are transversal. Okay, four are exterior angles, four are interior angles. Angles between the parallel lines are called interior angles. So the question is saying show that the quadrilateral formed by bisector of interior angles. So there are four interior angles. First is this one, second is this one, third is here, and fourth is here. These are bisectors of interior angles. Okay, and we have to determine that this quadrilateral formed by joining the bisectors of these interior angles should be a rectangle. Okay, so once again, let us review what is a rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram. That means, first of all, we have to prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And after that, we will see whether each and every interior angle is 90 degree. If we can prove that, then it becomes a rectangle. Or another way to prove that this given parallelogram is a rectangle would be if we prove that both the diagonals of this rectangle are equal. Both the diagonals of this parallelogram are equal. In that case, also this will be a rectangle. So let us start with given. Let us start with given. We are given that lines P, L and M are parallel here. Lines L and M are parallel. Okay, and P is a transversal, nothing much. Another thing is AB is bisector of angle PAC. We have four bisectors. Okay, so we have to mention all four of them. AD is bisector of angle SAC. Next is CD is bisector of angle RCA, and CB is bisector of angle QCA. In this manner, we have four angle bisectors. What we need to prove? We need to prove that A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Okay, let us start with the proof. Okay, first of all, we will prove that this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. After that, we'll prove that all the interior angles are of 90 degree. In that manner, we can prove that this is a rectangle. Or there is another approach. There can be another approach to solve this question. If we directly prove that all the interior angles are 90 degree, then we can say that since opposite angles are equal, therefore this becomes a parallelogram. And already we have proven that all the interior angles are 90 degree. That means by default it becomes a rectangle. So we will be using that approach. See, what I'm going to do is on line M, on this line M at point C, at this point C, there are four angles. Now, because CB is the angle bisector, therefore these two angles should be same. And CD is also the angle bisector, therefore these two angles should be same as. Okay. So I'm going to use linear pair at the point C on line M at point C. What is happening at point C is angle QCB plus angle BCA plus angle ACD plus angle DCR are all equal to 180 degree. How so? Linear pair. Okay. Now QCB and BCA are both equal. Why? Because CB is the angle bisector. And similarly, angle ACD and angle DCR are both equal. Why? Because CD is again an angle bisector. Okay. So since angle QCB is equals to angle BCA is equals to X, we are letting it as X. Why? Because CB is bisector of angle QCA, which was given to us. In the same manner, angle, 1 minute, angle ACD plus angle DCR, sorry, not plus, add, we have to add both we don't need to add both the angles. Angle ACD equals to angle DCR. Why so? Because CD is bisector of angle RCA. Okay, so we are going to let that angle ACD is equals to angle DCR is equals to Y. So by doing all this, we get, so in equation 1, x plus y plus y is all equal to 180 degree. That means twice of x plus twice of y is equal to 180 degree, and twice of x plus y should be equal to 180 degree. Moving on with this, x plus y, the value of x plus y should be equal to 90 degree. Okay, now in the diagram you can see that this is angle x, this is angle y. If I add both of this angle, I get angle BCD, or angle BCD is equals to 90 degree. Okay, so in this quadrilateral, we have proved that one of its interior angle is 90 degree. Okay. Similarly, using all the same steps, we can prove that this angle also is 90 degree. That is, angle BAD is also 90 degree. Similarly, angle BAD is also 90 degree. Okay, we are not going to repeat through whole solution because in that way this will be very bulky solution. Okay, we are just going to use similarly. Similarly here refers to that we have to repeat the same procedure. Because the procedure is same, we are not mentioning it. Using the same procedure, we know that angle BAD is also going to be equal to 90 degree. Okay, so what has happened here is one pair of opposite angles has become equal. Okay, that means this quadrilateral has become a parallelogram. Since pair of opposite angles are equal, that means ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, and also interior angles are 90 degree. Interior angles are 90 degree. So ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, students, once again, you can also try for different approach. Different approach would have been, first of all, I will prove that this is a parallelogram by proving that opposite sides are parallel. How can I prove that opposite sides are parallel? That is quite easy. I will simply prove that this and this sides are parallel by using alternate, by proving alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, by proving that, you can prove that these two sides are parallel, and the same manner other two sides becomes parallel, and finally you have to use the linear pair to prove that one of its angle is 90 degree. Okay, so I started with that only and directly proved that since one pair of opposite angles are equal, therefore it must be a rectangle, parallelogram, sir. Okay, so that is all for today. These were two bulky questions. Okay. One more thing. You can start with the exercise right now. Okay. Exercise is 8.1. You can start with the exercise right now. And you can try question number 3, 4, and 5. You can try question number 3, 4, and 5 of your exercise 8.1. Okay. They are quite easy. You can try to make their diagrams and you can solve. Okay. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.